Hi. Just making sure we're all live. I'm looking to the other side because that's where my camera is. My Facebook is going, my camera's in the front. So I decided to come on, and I do this occasionally on Wednesdays. I should be more in advance, but because I've got a family still, I've got 5 kids and 2 are still at home. I have to walk the dogs and take them to school and make lunches, and oh my God, it never ends. Anyway, I love it. Two more years of school to go. 2 more years. They're in VCE in Melbourne, that is. So what I wanted to show is, I did a really intricate card last night, but I want to show you an easy one. Now, a friend of mine gave me a beautiful card the other day that she made. She used to be my one-up demonstrator, Trish, and you can look at her at in Facebook. She's Trish. Oh my goodness, it just went out of my mind. A Newell, that's it, Trish Newell, and she does card making as well. And she just gave me this simple card, and I said, oh, that's really cute. I like to do my corners as well. And then I said, well, how did you do that? And I thought, well, what a good way to show people. But the other reason is, you need to go on to Last Chance because everything's leaving. This is the colour scheme that's leaving. And I got to say, that's Copper Clay, which was great with Christmas cards. Wild Wheat is my absolute favourite, but more the ink pad and get the ink refill because it comes up as, when you stamp it, it's gold. Like the paper is here, it looks gold. And I haven't found that in another stamp, and I'll be keeping it. I'm getting an extra refill. I've got one. There's Moody Mauve, which is another. All of these I love. Pebbled Path. I didn't really love Pebbled Path. It's a greyish brown, so I used it. And Boho Blue. And then these will be going as well because these are the in colour from 24 till now. Oh. Flip. So these are all the colours in each of the in the going out colours. So you can get the inks, you can get the ink pads. So what I'm thinking is I might make her card in the boho blue, because isn't that cute? Because that is really cute. So I might do boho blue. Hers is in the Moody Mauve here, and she's handmade with love by Trish. Isn't that lovely? So she's a good friend. So today I'm going to show you, because sometimes you just look at a card and you think, I'd love to do that, and it doesn't happen. So I'm just double checking my things again. So I'll pop these out of the road, but please make sure if you're going to order them. Look, if you're not a demonstrator, even if you are a demonstrator, you don't have to show these on classes. They like you to show everything that you're going to sell, but I'm like, I'll just make what I like. And so this stock, oh, I took out one. This stock is still available. The good thing is with your card stock, you can make 2 cards out of the one. Okay, so I am going to make one, but what I'm going to do is there's a second piece of the blue, and I might make it in another colour. Let's see how we go. If I can get this one down and not too long, I'll do another one. So also, as I've said, I'm so sorry, I'm not advertising totally, but these are leaving. Country Flowers, Country Dyes. So yesterday that was my card I made for my Tuesday night, which is quite a full-on card, and it pops out like this. If you're, see, I made that yesterday, and I used the bird cages. So hopefully, if you like those, you can look at getting that, but they're leaving. And if you buy them in the stamps and dies separately, they're actually cheaper. So the stamps are $21 for the birdhouse and $39 for the country flowers. They're $42 and $25 rather than $62 and $42. So you're actually saving money. 60, 100. So from 100, you're only paying 67, and the other one was from $60. 40, yeah, $60 was 150, 100 and don't worry about it. It was something at 81 for the bundle, so it's down to 60. So they're going out. So that's a really good idea to get them while you can, and the DSP. And so let's get cracking. So let me just lastly, that's the bundle, okay? But buy it separately because again they come down cheaper. I don't know why. I'll just have a little sip of my cuppa. And I'm wondering why I'm not coming up. I am coming up as live. And I've actually had 5 views. I am coming up. Okay. Let's leave that there. And I've had 5 views, but no one's said hello. So please say hello. And join me. Okay. So let's go. So when you get a card, it's easy to work out how to make it. So most standard cards in Australia are 5.5. I hate doing it in centimetres. I'm not a centimetres. Oh, she's made this a bit longer. She does 5 and just under 6. I make mine 5.5, but I'll do it her way. That's using, and then here is this ruler's not big enough, so if we just whip over here on my board, my glass board, it is by 8.25. So that's scored at 4 and a bit, but she's made hers at nearly 6, just under 5, which fits into an envelope still. So I wonder if that was in centimetres, because I know sometimes people make it in centimetres, and I think Trish might be a centimetre. Oh, it's over 11.5. No, she's definitely a... so that is 5 7/8. All right, let's get our trimmer and cut this in half. So she's not leaving a piece over. It's what happens when I make a card. I leave a piece gets left on the end here, right? So at 5.25, we might not be getting leftovers. So we're going to do it at 5.5. Oh, that's my 5.5. You know what? Yeah, she's done it at 5 3/4. That's more. I'm going to do it her way. This is her card. So I am going to do it Trisha's way. And why is my screen gone down? Sorry guys, I just have to put that down there so I can see if I'm alive. And this is 8.25, and so we score at 4, and it's 1/2, which is an 8 and 1/8. That's what it is, 1/8. But I always say 1/2 marks, because then it's, some people, if they've got their scores, it's easier to work it out. Now if you pop it into the end of your trimmer, put it down, you get your ends marked, and you can just do your bone fold to get your starter. Okay, give it a nice crisp fold. Right, so her DSP, she's used the entire piece, and she has scored at 1, just under 2, just on 2. So when we want to get the whole card, look at this, it's a little bit longer. Okay, so because we're on 4 and 2, I'm going to score at 4.1, not 2, so that I have enough around the outside. And again, I need to take that down to 5, and I'm going to do it to her size, so just double check that line there, and we're down. Get that in the line, and we are 5 7/8. Alright, I'm going to cut that little piece off. Now we'll put it against the card. Excellent. Now, because it's paper, we're going to we don't need to push it too hard. So isn't this easy? This is so nice, and you can use up all your paper. And you know what I do? When I have a friend that has a birthday, I make like about 4 or 5 cards, and I put them into a little envelope pack that I make, a little box thing. And I give them, I didn't take quite enough off there, look at that. It was a slither more, so I'm just going to put that there and take that slither off. So it doesn't matter if you can't get your measurements, just keep measuring. So I was correct when I said 5, look at that, 5 1/4, 5 3/4, all right? So I didn't listen to my own head. And that's what you've got to do, is listen to your own head. Okay, so let's get to the next bit. So we've got here, we've got another bit of the cardstock underneath, and that is pink, is, I'll mood him over, I should say, 3 1/4 by I'm just going to do it 3 1/2. I've got a piece of white stock here, so 3 1/2 by 3 1/4. She's done it a wee bit more. I think it's under there. Right, let's have a look. That's correct, and in by just a hair. Alright, so I've measured that up to hers, so I've made it 3 by 3 1/4. Does that look square to you? 3 1/4. So you've got your lines there, and no, it's not. Look at that. You gotta. Luckily, with these trimmers, you can see all sides. That in the bin. All right, so we're going to put that on there, but we've got to get an outside piece. I'm just going to have a look if I've got any of the boho blue in my drawer, because I often put a whole lot of stuff in my corner drawer, which I've got a piece that big, but it's not big enough. All of that will have to be, oh, look at that. I had a piece, and then I can use that for another card. All right, so this is always just outside. So this is 3 by 3 1/4. So this one's going to be 3 1/8. That's right. 3 1/8, and that's 3 1/4. And we're going to go over by 2 again in that one. And you know what I'm going to do before I cut it? I'm just going to check it that I've got, yes, look at that. Just that tiny little border around it. And if you can see that there, it just goes over by the 2 points, and that will give us a perfect little border. So double check what you're doing. If you're just starting out, this is really good to understand when you're just starting out. And so that's going to go down there. Oh, look at that. We're getting one, and that's another scrap that, well, unfortunately, because it's going out, I have to go through all my scraps now and throw out all of them, but I can use them at the moment. So I have an inside mat, and that is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4, and that will be going on the inside when we've stamped it. And I'll just grab a nice envelope, nice thick ones with stamping up, I like them. Let's pop that down for a minute, and we'll get some little stamping done for so that's our inside mat. And as I said, I'm choosing Country Flowers. I like her butterfly, but because I used it last night and I really want to use it again, I'm going to use this. So I'm just going to put my teapot right smack in the middle of there. And I've got a bigger one here for my flowers. And no comments, never mind. I like doing things on my own. And do we do sending love or wishing you a happy birthday? Is there a wishing you a happy birthday there? Let's have a look. What does it say? Lucky. So lucky to have you. Yes, well, that's nice enough, but it's not what I want. Flower market. Well, no. Wishing you goodness. Well, there's no real happy birthday on that one. Best friend forever. Sounds like I'm 5 years old, doesn't it? I have got a stamp set. I will grab their greeting. So, with heartfelt sympathy. Well, that would be lovely, but I don't know anyone I do, but they're in New Zealand. So we can't really do that right now. All right, let's go with, we're going to just use a normal memento and do the flowers. Okay. And then we're going to do our pot. I think I wanted to do the other flowers. I'll show you. Do the pot down there. And I'll just do these other flowers because I'm not sure which ones I want to come out of the bottom of the pot, because I think this is a really beautiful rose. Look at that. I'm not sure now. I'm going to colour them both because I can. I can always use one of them on the other side, on another one. And you can do whatever you like when you like, can't you? Now I'll leave that one there. It depends on what we use. I'll use inside, so I won't actually put those away for now. I'll stick them. Oh my goodness, where do I stick them? Everything's everywhere. All right, so now let's get some inks. So with our pot, because we're doing it on blue, I might do our pot in a little bit of grey, light grey, and a little bit of wild wheat in there. And our flowers, well actually, no, because I'm doing blue, that's all right for the pot though. Actually, I might do a bit of the grey and not that one, and we will do a bit of crumb cakey colour down the bottom. A light crumb cake and a grey to make our pot. And my flowers, I'm going to use my wild wheat because I might as well use it since it's going. And I might use my boho blue. How's that? Let's get all of them out here since they're going. These are the stamp. Oh, that's like Night of Navy. That's not what we're looking for. Where's my boho blue? Balmy blue. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of blues here. Guys, there's a lot of blues. Balmy blue dark. What's that? Night of Navy. I think those. Azure. Oh my goodness, I don't know. Anyway, look, let's grab a green for our leaves. Mossy Meadow. I always like Mossy Meadow. And I would like to know where my boho blue is. Isn't that funny? Never mind, they must be under there somewhere and I can't find them. So I'm actually just going to go with balmy. Right, so just let's quickly do this. Bit of there, you've got to get your tongue right, don't you? A little of the Okay, how's that? That's a little teapot. Alright, so green. Now these have got thick ends and thin, and I've put the thin on, so the thick on, so I'll just switch that back over. Hopefully it won't take too long for this, guys. You don't see my roots going through too heavily there. I've got very, very dark hair. And normally I would do it with a lighter colour, but for some reason, I'm going to get a separate... Oh, I'll pick that up. I'll pick that up and where did it go? Way over the back. Oh, I'll have to get it in a minute. I'm going to get a darker green in there as well. Well, that was annoying, wasn't it? Oh, that's very pretty. I think I'm going to stick with this one. So there's a little darker green in there. Give those leaves a bit of indentation on there. A little there. Alright. And I'm going to do these lovely roses in one of the colours leaving, and you will see. Look at that gold. What a colour, eh? I don't know what that is up there. And we'll just get a light, really light, pretty pink, and do these little flowers up here. Sorry to take colouring in time up on you. It's something fun to do. I think that's a little leaf sneaking in under there. Alright, what do you think about that? Now what I might just quickly do is colour this at the same time, and then we'll decide you can go yes or no. Okay. Oh, look at these. So nice. Nearly forgot that big leaf. And we'll do a bit of, might just turn that to the other end. And this will make it easier and faster. Alright. I'm using the wrong end. Have I got both mossy dark olive and mossy light? That's alright. I just wanted a bit of different leaves so they don't look as exactly the same because this is long. That might have been a flower, to be honest. Yeah, it was. I wonder if I can lighten that and then put another colour on it. What do you reckon? So I'm just going to put this over here because I don't want to lose that. I've got to get. So I've got a lightener here. Got a lightener. I'm just going to lighten all that. Right, I'm going to run a bit of blue over that because I think it's going to look better in blue, especially since we've got the blue, the boho, but I have to do it in dark because I've done that. Oh, I thought it was one of those cactusy bushes. Oh, that's so funny, isn't it? Right, cactus bush. Alright, now it looks a bit black, doesn't it? Because it's got that green under it, but let's... Oh, that looks very rich, doesn't it? It looks like the new colour, to be honest. Don't you reckon it? You can see it's a blue, but what I'm going to do is run that light over it yet again. And just to tizzy that up, I'm going to put some Winkestella on it. And that will give us a nice, look how it's blending in those colours there. It doesn't give it, I'm going to put a bit on the flowers as well. And on these two gold ones, wild wheat, aren't they beautiful? We're just going to give that a little shimmer on the bottom of the pot as well. There you go. Gonna tizzy this girl up. So I have these dies. Pop those to the side. So we've got some room to work. Put this on before I end up getting black on everything. So, right, so what we need to do is get the dies. So we've got the, that's not that pot. Where's that pot? Well, that's a stool. That's a teapot. Where's the other pot? Oh my goodness, don't tell me I've lost also another one. Maybe that's a cutout. Today it's a cutout, guys. It's a total cutout. Now, with the, we're going to have to check that. Let's see, that's going to cut that out. And I think that one's going to cut that out. And you've got to hold your mouth in the right way. No. I think I know where I've got to do it. See that one sticking out there? Would be that one. If you can get your head around it, you can do it. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on that to hold them down in the right way, because normally I do them in my one with the magnet tray on it that I've got. Stamping Up had a tray, but it isn't working now. Alright, so this is my little mini. Alright, so what's this one? Insert folder first. This is embossing. This is our next one. No. What's that one? So that's our sandwich. The grey is not for this. It's one of the, either the embossing or the folder. I do this every time I do it because I don't use it very much. Alright, so I'm going to have that one. I'm going to pop that out the end because we don't need that. And I'm going to have this one. Put this in. Cover them both. And off we go. Oh, it's a backwards one. Watch me shake. Everything goes snap, snap. And see, that's so much easier, isn't it? Cuts it out for you. But even if you just buy the stamps, you can cut them out yourself. I'll show you with this one. I've got some little sharp scissors. I'm just going to cut this. Oh, look at its cute little pot. And you just got to go around it, particularly with your end of your, that one you don't because the flowers will go over. And just turn the paper. Alright, and it is easy enough. So even if you just got the stamps, I reckon you would get away with it. There's maybe the little flowers is a bit hard. So now we've got a pot. Who wants to choose? Are we putting the big one? Well, that does look delicious, doesn't it? Or are we putting the little one? Because it is only a little. I think it's the big one. I think I'm going to put the little one inside. So let us. Well, we've got to stamp that, so I need to find a happy birthday, which I've got a couple down here. What a nice, you are a great friend. We can put that on the inside. And, oh, just a note, you are a great friend. I want a happy birthday. Oh. Got a happy birthday. Ah, ha, ha, ha. So this is the stamp set that's also leaving that Trish made her card in. Remember we started with her card? So she made her card using the butterflies, and that's leaving as well. I don't know what the price on that is because I haven't checked it out. But wishing you a beautiful birthday. So I'm going to stick that on mine. Alright, my ink, because I covered it up. And just before I do that, I'm going to work out where my pot and flower go. I think it's got to be that pot worth. Now, I don't think my happy birthday is going to fit in there with that pot. What do you reckon about that one? And I'll get the happy birthday there. Not sure if I like it. No, I can get the happy birthday right there. That's all right. I think in one of my little drawers I've got some, oh, she's got a baby butterfly there. I think we might put a little baby butterfly on that too. So I'm going to glue my pot down and make sure I've got it in the right way, because those flowers, I want to still see if I can do those, to be honest. If I drop them down a bit lower, can I get... Put that there. If I drop them down a bit lower, I can. Look at that. But I'm going to lift them up on dimensionals to make them look pretty. Okay? These such cute flowers. So just put 3 of them in. You don't have to. You can use the bottoms of your dimensional packs. You've got all these lines around them. Don't forget to use those. Don't throw them out. They're really... Don't waste a thing. I'll die with all my stock around me, I think. I said to Michael, oh my God, what will we do when I die? All this shit you've got to get rid of. But it's all my good shit, isn't it? I want that one, I think. No, I think like that. How's that? Now in here, in my drawer of stampy stuff, I've got a whole lot of bling bling that's probably going out as well. I don't think the butterflies are going out, to be honest. Let me find some butterflies. But a lot of these will be going out, which is sad, because you get them and they're so special. But if you look at the moment on Last Chance, you can pick up packs of these for $7 or $8, especially those colours. So that's the end colours for this card. For this colour, boho, Maori mauve, for this packs. Anyway, so just while I pulled that up. So I might just use those, although I thought a couple of little butterflies would look nice. Let's have a look in this pack. Pretty peacock. Come on, butterflies. There they are. So we're going to use the boho in here, and we're going to use a couple of little butterflies. Where's my pick tool? This is what I pick them up with anyway. So I'm going to put... Oh, where did that go? Oh, it stayed there. Oh, the glue's on the other side. So I'm going to put one up there. And one over there. And a tiny little one up in here. Isn't that sweet? So I could use these if I want, but I am going to inside the flowers. Let's go overboard, because they're going out a lot. They're going out of stock anyway, so I might as well use them. I'm going to put one in there on that flower, and a little baby one on there on this one. Oh, isn't that cute? Overload of colours, is it? Alright, so let's go back to there. So now we're going to glue that. Just around the outside, you don't need a lot. Into there. Line it up first. Make sure you got it lined, and then, because you do have a little wiggle room with this glue, but it's nicer to, oh, wasn't that sweet? Isn't that so sweet? So now we're just going to put that on here. Just going to get that out of the road. See how that's going to go. And you sort of make sure you got it pretty even there and there. Make sure you know exactly where you're going to glue, which is just inside there. Don't do it too much to the line, because you don't want to get smushing glue over. I got the same amount of room there and there. A little bit of glue pointing out there. I did have a bit much glue there. These glue rubbers are so good. You just get that in and pick that up before it leaves a shiny mark. How's that? And then you open it up. Oh my God, I'm so impressed. I hope she will be. So we're just going to put our inside mat in. And I'm not stamping on that because I did that other beautiful flower here. I'm going to pop that in so all it sparkles. Oh, bit of an overload with my glue. I'm going to put that down in the corner there. Oh, isn't that lovely? See? 2 ideas. Both cards, both sets are leaving. But isn't that so pretty? And I'll just do an envelope to go with it. So she has hers with a butterfly envelope. And of course, because I'm using Country Corners, I'm going to get some stuff out of the road. As I'm using Country Corners, I will put, I think, that stamp that I had inside. I'll just lightly tap it because I don't want it. I might do it in boho blue, you know, guys. Let's just clean that off. Grab my boho blue, because we won't be worrying about that for a while soon too. Except I will, because in my classes and on my lives, it doesn't. On my classes, it doesn't matter. They don't mind. They'll get to the new stock when it happens. And I'm just going to stamp that on there. And isn't that just pretty? So all of that is matchy-matchy. Goodbye boho blue, goodbye mauve, goodbye country, goodbye these. Oh dear. It's a sad day when they change over all the stuff we use. Well, I hope you like that little card, that lesson, the card I took from Trish. She gave me and I turned it into one of you. And maybe next Wednesday I'll be on. I'm not 100% every week because I've only just started doing a few more simple cards on a Wednesday so people can run them through much faster. All right, guys, have a great day. And I'll try and find my thing to turn us off, and we'll catch you next time. Bye. Oh, I can't get my mouse to go over there. Bye.